semifinals of the ASB Classic and eventually gives herself the opportunity to just have a little smile, not getting carried away.
That oppressive heat is an anvil, a force that crushes the dreams of young players before they even begin. But on this day, a teenager from the Philippines didn't just survive the fire, she became it. This was about Alex Eala, a name that had graduated from prospect to absolute powerhouse. Facing her was Magda Linette, a grizzled veteran who had stared down the world's best. She was a warrior who had battled her way to the Australian Open semifinals with sheer grit. Linette represented the old guard, the established elite of the WTA Tour. But Alex Eala was the revolution. And in Miami, she didn't just knock on the door, she kicked it in. Picture the scene inside Hard Rock Stadium. The air so heavy you could almost taste the humidity. The stakes were massive in a David versus Goliath matchup. Only David came armed with a cannon. Her lefty forehand echoed like a rifle shot, signaling not just a point, but a changing of the guard. From the very first serve, there was an electricity in the air. Eala wasn't there to learn. She hadn't come for the experience or to put up a good fight. She had come to conquer. American crowds love an underdog, but they adore a superstar being born. And that's what they witnessed. Eala delivered a tactical masterclass, refusing to play the safe, defensive game of a typical youngster. Alex played with a ferocious aggression that felt deeply personal. Every time Linette settled in, Eala unleashed that wicked lefty spin, a weapon forged at the Rafa Nadal Academy. The DNA of a champion was visible in her movement, every step calculated, every strike deliberate. The first set was an absolute pressure cooker, a mental war fought under the relentless Florida sun. As it pushed to a tiebreak, the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Linette threw every veteran trick at her, trying to bully the young prodigy into a fatal mistake. But Eala was a rock, a warrior who won that tiebreak on pure, unshakable nerve. Against Linette, this crucial play was her ace in the hole, stealing free points and preserving her energy. That kind of tactical brilliance is why she already plays at a top 50 level. But this performance was about more than just skill. It came from the soul of a fighter. You saw it in her connection with the fans and the deep respect she showed her team. She understands she's a pioneer, carrying the weight of a nation and building a new era for Asian tennis. Under those bright Miami lights, the prize was bigger than just a trophy. She was playing for the history books, and history will note that the next great champion is from the Philippines. As she moves forward, the path will only get steeper and the pressure will intensify. But if her match against Magda Linette proved one thing, it's that pressure is what fuels her. She doesn't break under the weight of expectation. She is forged by it. She doesn't just handle the spotlight. She commands it. Miami was only chapter 1. For everyone who witnessed it, from the stadium seats to their screens in Manila, this was definitive. It wasn't just a match. It was a revelation, the birth of a legend. In the modern game, raw athleticism is simply the cost of entry. You can't survive without it. Eala's footwork, however, is a masterclass in kinetic efficiency. Her tiny adjustment steps before each shot, a hallmark of the greats, ensured she was always perfectly set. Against Linette, a superb mover herself, Eala made it look like she was gliding on air. Her explosive ability to halt and then burst towards the ball is already world-class. This peak physical condition wasn't an accident. It was earned through relentless effort. Now consider the mental weight she's carrying. Stepping onto the court, she's not just Alex. She's the hope of 110 million people. That pressure can crush a veteran. Yet this teenager wears it like armor, drawing power from it. In the moments after a match, her first thoughts are of her home and her people. This grounded nature is the mark of a true superstar, both exceptional and relatable. She is the girl next door who just happens to hit a tennis ball with ferocious power. The win over Linette is a clear reflection of the Rafa Nadal Academy's core principles. It's the refusal to surrender any point and the fierce, competitive drive in every swing. Eala stands as the Academy's crown jewel, proof their system forges champions. She has taken that Spanish clay court tenacity and mastered it on the tour's fast, hard courts. For the rest of the WTA, that combination is a nightmare. Picture the locker room buzz. The veterans check the scores. A qualifier just took out a seed, 7-6, 6-1. The whispers begin. Have you seen the kid from the Philippines? Did you see her forehand? Reputations are built on shocking results and the established careers left in their wake. Alex Eala is building an empire, one stunning victory at a time. This isn't just hype. With Eala, the proof is right there in the scoreline and in the trophy case. The evidence is in how she completely dismantled a world-class opponent in her prime. The Miami Open has always been a proving ground where legends make their name. The tournament's brutal conditions, the wind, sun, and pressure demand greatness. By dominating Linette here, Eala has announced she is a big stage performer. While some athletes shrink under the spotlight, Eala thrives and feeds on the energy. She loves the grand theater of it all, the last quality of a future number one. As the sun set on that day in Miami, the landscape of tennis had been redrawn. Alexandra Eala didn't just win a match. She ignited a movement. She proved to every young athlete in Southeast Asia that the global stage is theirs to claim. And crucially, she proved to herself that she belongs. The 7-6, 6-1 score is secondary. The performance behind it was a symphony of power and a tactical masterpiece. The path from juniors to pros is filled with phenoms who shined bright and then faded, but Eala is built differently. You see the unrelenting drive in her eyes. She's not aiming for a single victory. She is coming for the entire throne. After watching her overpower Magda Linette, who would be foolish enough to bet against her? Looking ahead to the Grand Slams, one thing is certain. Alexandra Eala will be a contender. She will be the one unleashing those blistering, pinpoint forehands. She will be the one raising the trophies. The era of Eala has officially begun. To witness her ascent is to have a front row seat to the creation of a legend. The world needs to get ready, because the fire she lit in Miami is about to become an inferno. It's only going to burn brighter. Alex Eala is the present and the future. This is her time. You have to appreciate the sheer audacity of her game plan. To play with so much risk and execute with such precision demands otherworldly confidence. Against Linette, Eala wasn't just hitting a ball. She was painting her ambition onto the court. Every winner was a bold brushstroke. She refused to let the veteran dictate the pace. If Linette went wide, Eala ripped it down the line. If Linette slowed the pace, Eala accelerated. It was a masterclass in aggressive baseline dominance, the signature of a new generation. Fearless and tactically brilliant. But what makes Eala truly elite is her match IQ. She saw Linette's slice working. Eala adjusted, adding spin and crushing the return for a winner. It was a top 10 level adjustment. A teenager on the world stage with a serve to match. Not tall, but her serve is a disguised technical marvel. The elite returner was left guessing all match. Her pinpoint toss is a devastating, career-long weapon. Easy holds put immense pressure on her opponents. That pressure finally broke the Polish wall in the second set, following Filipino legends like Pacquiao and Diaz. A new icon unifies the nation. She is tennis's Pacquiao. Her fighting spirit ignites a country with every victory. The crowd's roar is a powerful engine for her. She's carried by that support. She is never alone. Millions of hearts beat with hers. Miami was no mere win. It was an arrival where potential became a lethal reality. The gap between juniors and pros is a vast canyon. Alex Eala didn't just cross it. She built a bridge. Her shots are heavy, her movement fast, her mind steel. We will remember this Miami match as the exact turning point. It's when we saw the fire, when we saw the predator. The queen of Philippine tennis claimed her throne. She brings a fresh, breathtaking energy to the sport. Young athletes everywhere should watch her discipline and her courage. She is the new blueprint. The WTA Tour should be wary. Manila's prospect is now a powerhouse coming for everything. She is coming for the history books. This is her era. Greatness is hard work, and she showed it from start to finish. The 19-year-old from the Philippines proved anything is possible. The Miami Miracle was only the first act of her play. Witness it. Respect it. Alexandra Eala is changing the game. Every point she wins is a victory for the underdog. She is the ultimate disruptor, and she's just getting started. Get used to that lefty forehand. It's the future soundtrack. Remember the name Alexandra Eala. Her story is written in gold. This match will be told for generations by Filipino fans. It was the moment a powerful dream became a reality. At 5-1 in the second set, her eyes showed her focus. She wasn't at the finish line. She was on the next point. That mentality kept her grounded. With victory near, she never wavered. Her final gesture wasn't relief, but a cry of pure triumph. The 6-1 final set was absolutely not a fluke. It reflected the gap she has created through sheer, relentless effort. She didn't just beat a top 20 player. She dismantled her. That is her promise. We will never stop believing in her. This isn't just a match. It's the dawn of a legend. The world is her arena. With every swing, she carves a new chapter into the annals of Philippine sports. It is a saga of resilience, of raw ambition, and of the power one person holds to ignite a nation. In Miami, that saga reached its fever pitch. That 7-6, 6-1 score was more than a win. It was the signature of a true champion. Miami brought the heat, but Alex Eala was an inferno they couldn't contain. She is the icon this generation has been waiting for. And the most terrifying part? She is just getting started. The world of tennis has been put on notice. The Eala era is here. Witness the greatness. Feel the power. Share the pride. This is Alexandra Eala. This is for the Philippines. This is her fight.